Yo, friends, In Madness family, welcome back to another epic week of your favorite show, In Madness Pod, episode 152. Sean the Butcher here with Vertebrae 33. How's it going?
What's up, Sean? How you doing? We're getting over our time in the Shining universe.
The
We're starting
snow
to
is melting.
relax a little bit. Yes.
The bodies are getting warmer. Jack is defrosting, but according to the bonus ending, he was never found to begin with. So,
Yes, he's still roaming around somewhere, maybe.
it's been a good week. I can't believe we already banged out The Shining. I was talking to a couple of our In Madness buddies about it. I was like, I can't believe we finally did this movie. They're like, when are you doing The Thing? I was like, that's the bar. Once we get to the bar, where do you
Yeah,
go past that? So we're just that's our golden ticket in our back pocket. Will it be
right.
next week? No, it won't. But we'll see. I got my own pick for next week. But how's your week going?
Everything's going good, Sean. Everything's going good. I appreciate everybody tuning in to the premiere podcast.
The
Sean, I stole
premiere
your line.
podcast. That was my opener. At In Madness Pod, we are on all the socials, inmadnesspod@gmail.com. You can catch us on YouTube. You can catch us on all of the socials. Make sure you like and subscribe, comment, give us the 5-star reviews. Check out the In Madness Spotify playlist. I just added the Shining End song when they're zooming in on Jack's picture. It's a really good song. It's like a very old school, cool song. And then I added Korn, Dead Bodies Everywhere. And that was just from last week's episode. There's now 17 hours of music on the In Madness Spotify playlist, which you can also subscribe to. And we update it every single week. We might update it after this episode. Anything that comes to our mind, we want to try to build the coolest, most massive playlist of the dopest songs of all time. Happy In Madness Monday. If that's when you're listening, dropping a brand new episode for you every Monday, no matter what. Rain, sleet, snow, storm, hellfire. We are there every Monday with a brand new episode. You can get a shirt and a mug at inmadness.com. What mug do you have for this week?
Sean, I've got this mug right here. It's a monkey. Where the handle is a monkey arm. Look at that.
God.
So it's either I have this mug for two reasons, maybe.
Yeah.
It's either I'm going bananas for all of this author news I'm going to give you with all our buddies, or there's no more monkeying around with this AI crap. Make your choice. Figure it out, kids.
Vertebrae has teased this for a while that we are going to let the dogs off the leash. But what is tripping me out the most? Those are the reasons you have that mug
for this episode.
Okay.
I just happened to have it already
because we talked during our Shining episode about us having the Shining. Me and you, we have this Scatman Crothers and Doc connection, and you're like, yeah, but it's in the moment.
Right.
What you just showed on your mug is definitely not in the moment. This is pre-calculated. You and I have the Shining because that mug holds great significance to a teaser for later. So
wow,
you don't know it yet, but that is making me freak out.
Moly. I had no idea.
It's the Shining. We have the Shining.
That is so weird. And I will tell you, Sean, I had another mug picked, a Star Wars mug.
See?
And at the last minute, something came over me and said, pick this one. You know, this one also, too, Sean, the back of the mug is the back of the monkey. Isn't that fun?
We have to post this on our socials.
Yeah, that's a good one.
How'd you like some ice cream, Doc?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Scary.
Sean,
go ahead. So now...
no, well, first, before we rant, there is somebody on the socials, I believe it's on Twitter, that reached out to us, and they wrote, challenge accepted. They're starting to write down all of the band names that we came up with throughout the history of the podcast. And there was a photo of it with a notebook.
So cool. From N. Franklin 85.
Crazy. Challenge accepted. Crazy. So that's a lot of work.
And I saw the beginning here, and it's so funny. He goes back to the menu. Filth Enabler.
Oh my God.
The Witch, Everlasting Hellfire. Brill Remains, Cosmic Terror. And I'm like looking at these and I'm like, man, That's
This is
very funny.
great. This is
That's very
fantastic.
yeah,
So
yeah.
we appreciate that. We appreciate you listening, participating. We're always trying to get you to participate. Thank you very much.
That is the
Uh,
point of the show is, crowd participation.
so two things. One, I'm going to ease up. It's not going to be really an epic rant, Sean. I know I
You texted
promised
me, you
this.
said, "I'm too tired to
I'm
rant
too
today."
tired to rant. But the two things I sort of wanted to talk about were, one, I bought that Shining book from Tashin Books, that incredible 2-volume Shining book,
Red
and
one and
it
the blue
came in,
one? Is that what that
yeah,
was?
red and brown, and it came in with a damaged slipcase that was bent in. So I emailed Tasha and Sean, and they were like, "Hey, listen, this was a scratch and dent sale, so it's as is." So I'm like, "Wait, what?" So then I go back and I check everything, and I check the email I got, which says sale, sale, right? Tasha is, these are expensive books, sale, sale, sale. In the fine print at the bottom of the email, it says that these are like as is books. So I emailed the guy back. I'm probably at this point just arguing with the computer. And he said, we appreciate the feedback. And I said, well, I don't think I'll be buying any Taschen books. And I'm certainly going to talk to my buddy Sean about this on our podcast.
Put that in the fine print, mother effer.
And then I didn't get any reply to that one. So I love Taschen books, but Sean, unless they put out a massive thing book, I'm not going to buy from them
With a
again.
bigger fine print text?
Yeah, it's weird. So they have stores. So I feel like this is one that was like at a store because they're from England. So it was probably just got bent in from shipping. It's not too bad, but if you're paying the money for it, I was like, take $20 off or send a new slipcase. And they were like, no,
I
it's
tell
as
you.
is. Usually book collectors know when you sell something, you usually scratch and dent. That's like the headline of the sale because you have collectors buying these things, right? That's what you're advertising. And then it is what it is, right? Whatever it gets in, I get a discount. But in this case, it was in the little stinky fine print
You got
that
swindled.
nobody's ever going to look at. So that was the only reason I got it on sale.
There's nothing I love more. And this is recent. This is in my old age, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Than writing a horrid Google review. When I write a Google review, a strongly worded Google review, it's a fat paragraph. It ain't a couple of lines. So yeah, I for a couple of restaurants I frequented lately, I was like, this is, and just when you leave just angry and speechless about how bad the experience was.
Yeah.
Releasing some of that via a strongly worded Google review is a good, just an idea for you for the future.
Yeah, and you know what, Sean? In this case, if they're like, "Hey, man, this is the way it is," and you didn't read the fine print, but here's a 25% off discount code
Here's
for
some
your next
stickers.
purchase,
Yeah, yeah.
right? Then you're gonna make money because I will purchase again, and then I'll buy that book, and the 25% off of this book's not going to be that much money off, right? They could have went about it a different way, but they didn't care, so they lose a customer, and my bank account gains more money. So there you go. But
Speaking of adding songs to the Id Mad Spotify playlist, one of my favorite MF Doom songs when he's under the subname of King Ghidorah, the three-headed monster from Godzilla, song off the record, Take Me to Your Leader, is called Fine Print. I think I'm going to add that to the Id Mad.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah. So, Sean, I also have a song to add to the Ed
Yeah, please.
playlist in honor of my deep-rooted hatred of AI and AI art.
Please.
If it's not already on the playlist, I think we should put on Ugly Kid Joe's Everything About You.
Okay. I don't think I even know that one.
And dedicate it to, the chorus is like, I hate everything about you. Yeah, I think that
Okay.
should be dedicated.
What about that song, I Hate Everything About You, from that, what's the band we play on Turbo?
I think it's this one, Ugly Kid Joe.
No, we don't play Ugly Kid Joe. What's the band that has the song? I hate everything about you. You know that damn song.
Oh, that one. Yeah, there's two of them.
3 Days Grace. It's 3 Days Grace.
Well, I mean, you could put them both on because, listen, Sean, things are heating up in the world of AI in a big time way. People are losing jobs. People are being threatened to lose jobs. Everyone has decided that they're now creative. Everyone is using it for ideas only. and pushing those ideas forward for creative people to look at. And part of what's annoying me the most about this, Sean, and this is the ranty part, is there are peers of mine, there are other artists in the world out there online that have started using it for jokes, for funny things. Like, isn't it hilarious if, here's Darth Vader eating cornflakes or something? The biggest problem with that is and that would actually be kind of funny, right? He's trying to get the
Just, the
spoon.
thought of it. Yeah, but I
Yeah.
don't need an
See, that
AI.
didn't happen. But now I came up with that off the top of my head, and it's funny without AI's help. But when you use it, the algorithms are enabled. The more you use this, the more it's going to happen. And before you know it, you're going to turn around and be like, my wife or husband doesn't have a job. My kid doesn't have a job. This person. Whoa, wait, what do you mean you could replace me? I didn't know that was a possibility. I just made a funny thing where, Brad Pitt and Tom Cruise are fighting on a roof, you know what I mean? Or wherever that one was that came out. But the movie industry is shaking. They're a little nervous. Listen, I'm all for the old guard being taken down at points. And I think there is a avenue to altering the movie industry a little bit so that the wall to get into it and make a incredible movie is not so insurmountable. But I think technology has kind of done some of that already for us. You can film a whole movie on your iPhone. It's the creativity piece. The raw materials are being ripped off by other people to create things. And right now in 2026, we've been talking about this since we started this podcast. We're still in a little bit of a honeymoon phase with AI. In about 2 years or less, that honeymoon is over, and it's really going to affect people's dollars and cents 100%. Not only the education system, which we talked about with John Langan, because but the arts are going to be greatly, greatly affected. And the lowering of the bar of what you need to do to create hard work and effort, once that's taken away, it's not going to be any good for anybody. So, and that I'm just speaking about the art end. Obviously, there's larger.
Wait till it becomes self-aware.
Right. There's a larger piece of this, Sean, that exists when you deal with, people's medical records and medical decisions and things that, we're just going to put into the computer. I mean, you can't Google anything now without getting the synopsis up first, which means that people aren't reading the source material anymore, which means that this information is almost like Twitter and almost like the town crier from back in the day. I heard that somebody said without actually reading the source material. Now you can fake a video where Sean is throwing a pizza at my face and be like, I heard In Madness podcast is breaking up because they had a fight. Here's the video, right? It's going to start to get even messier. So my plea is that the other creatives out there in the world, people who are writing and drawing and writing music and stuff, we've had a few bands pop up that have used AI art on their covers. Not good. Not good. So this is, I understand the more I do this, the more when I go to post this episode, something will happen on the computer and it won't post correctly, or we'll get some
glitches
sort of
during just this part of the program.
Yes, happens all the time. And I will say that it doesn't have to not exist. It's just people have to figure out a way to use it as a tool and not the means to an end. So will it hit a point and then kind of go down? Probably. But during that time period, during that storm, a lot of people are going to lose their jobs. A lot. So
I feel people are worse than ever now, and it's only just going to get worse because of worse people just not giving a fuck and making things worse for everybody. And even if it affects them.
Right.
Which has always been the case. It is right now.
There's something that happens when people disconnect. And I understand if you've listened to this podcast for 151 episodes, you're going to be like, this from the guy who constantly talks about how he's not leaving the house to go here or to go there. I understand that, but I still try to keep myself grounded. And I think when we disconnect, I think that's going to be a problem when we all feel like we have the answers without actually putting in any of the work. That's going to be a problem. So, buckle up, kids, and we'll see what happens. But I sent you a meme on Instagram, Sean, and I get the irony of sending these things on a digital platform. I get it. We're all part of the system in some way. But it was like, where do you see yourself in 5 years? And it was like somebody fighting the Terminator. And it's like, yeah, that's where I see it. I hope I'm wrong. I hope we're laughing about this on episode 251. And we're like, that's crazy.
We'll see what the rant sounds like in 100 episodes from now and how scary it is.
Yeah, it'd be funny if we could flash forward a time machine and it's just me and I have like some cyber thing. I've fully embraced it. You know what I mean? Like, Sean, I'm drawing right now while I talk to you because my computer hand is doing all the drawing.
And my computer eyeball.
Yeah.
I'm only half paying attention to you, but it's okay.
Yeah. We'll sit here and we won't have to talk. We'll just think the podcast and then it'll.
The Shining. We'll use The Shining.
Well, we already did, apparently.
Yeah,
so I'm a little freaked out.
It's very scary.
So I wanted to do really quick, and then I want to get into some other stuff. Just some author updates, Sean. So we've had 4 authors on this podcast, right, to talk about their books, and a few big updates for them. So our buddy John Langan, our first author guest on, his collection of stories, Lost in the Dark and Other Excursions, has been nominated for a 2025 Bram Stoker Award for Superior Achievement in a Fiction Collection. So big shout out to John Langan. It's awesome. Love to have him on again. Our buddy Paul Tremblay. His novel Head Full of Ghosts is moving forward as a film with Rebecca Hall and David Harbour in it to leading it. And they're set to start filming this March, which is very cool.
Incredible.
Also, his book Dead But Dreaming of Electric Sheep, an AI-driven dystopian horror, is scheduled to come out June 30th, 2026. We have to have him on when this book comes out again. And I've gotten an advance digital copy of it. So hopefully this week I can start reading it. I'm very excited to read it. Our buddy Philip Fracassi. Lots of things going on for Fracassi. Lots of special editions of books that have gone out with small publishers. He loves doing the special editions. Announced a new novel for summer 2027 called The Blue Butterfly. It's very cool. And the film based off his short story Failsafe, which he mentioned to us on here, they have changed the name to Skeletons. And that's produced by J.J. Abrams and Bad Robot and has Brie Larson in it. So
I fuck with JJ. Check out our Cloverfield episode.
So that's happening. And then our buddy Stephen Graham Jones, our most recent author, Buffalo Hunter, nominated for Bram Stoker Award for Superior Achievement in a Novel. That's the big award at the shows.
Deserve every bit of it.
So very cool. If you look at the 4 authors that we've had on, all home runs, all dudes still churning away and making new content. All of them had a great time on the show. Love to have them all again on the future, and just so much going on. We are right on the cusp, Sean, of having had an author on, and then after that, something they wrote is going to be turned into a movie. We've not had that. We had Tremblay on, and one of his books was turned into a movie, but we hadn't had him on yet. So we're pretty close.
Maybe they'll have us on the movie set.
Yeah.
I mean,
there's the A24 Fracassi short story, that became a film as well. That's, I believe, done production, and they're just waiting for when they're going to release it. So there's that as well. But very cool. Maybe we get invited to a premiere and you go on your own. And
come on, we put you in a tuxedo. We'll finally go get a sandwich in Brooklyn or something. It'll be a good time. I'll get you out.
Maybe I'll go in a monkey suit, an actual monkey suit, in honor of this mug.
I can't believe how scary our Shining is.
That's it, Sean? That wasn't a rant. It wasn't an epic rant.
Enough monkeying around with this AI shit, he says.
Yes, enough.
And with that, we got a couple of submissions at inmadnesspod at gmail.com. Shall we dip into the mail sack? Let's start with Psycho Ninja. We love Psycho Ninja. He says, what up? Much appreciate the swag. So he sent us swag for Christmas. So to return love in the best way I know possible, I sent him some swag for after Christmas. He says terrible for an audio podcast, but hopefully good enough visuals for the YouTube channel. Here's a quick unboxing video I did. Do you wanna check his unboxing video?
Yeah. Oh wow.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Let me share this. Let me make sure this works. Audio, cool. This one, share.
Let's see. So you can watch it online on YouTube.
Hell yeah. Check it. Yeah, so you can watch this on our page or watch this on Psycho Ninja 47's YouTube page, him doing an unboxing from the gift I sent him.
Yo, what up, what up? It's your boy, Dave, aka Psycho Ninja 47. Shout outs to the homies, Mr. the Butcher and Mr. 33.
Look at that toy collection.
And all my fellow psychopaths.
Look at that shirt.
The holidays, you know, that out of the kindness of my heart, I went and sent out a couple of gifts to the homies, to my boys. I consider them friends. Mr. 33, I've
family
for over 20 years. I got to hang out with Mr. the Butcher at Comic-Con, and he's just as cool in person as he is.
Love you, David.
On the airwaves. I consider him a friend. So, you know, I felt as a token of my friendship, of my appreciation for who they are as human beings. I sent them out a couple of gifts, nothing crazy, nothing major, just a couple of toys, because as you can see, I'm a toy guy on my Marvel shit.
It's incredible. Look at that collection.
And you know, I don't do it for anything. I don't do it, you know, so I can get anything back. So, you know, it's just my token of friendship, my, you know, show of appreciation. The other day I get an email from UPS saying you're receiving something. And I'm like, I haven't, you know, the holidays are over. I bought all the shit that I needed. You know, no pre-orders have come through. So what could this be? I see who the sender is. I'm not going to put his government out there, but turns out I was receiving a package from Mr. the Butcher's place of employment. And I was like, oh, okay. I'm getting a little something from the homies or whatever. So that's cool. So I just want to do a quick unboxing here.
Knock his toys over.
Toys. Wolverine's down. Spider-Man's down. I got my trusty Batarang bottle opener.
Oh my god,
that's cool. The Batman awesome. Batarang as a razor. He's got a Sentinel there. He's got Dr. Doom.
His unboxings are better than ours.
I buy so much stuff. I know. You know, I kind of have
his camera's better than ours.
We got to do a toy tour. I want to see these toys.
Yes.
He's all taped up. Bada bing, bada boom.
What's in the box?
He's ripping the box open right now.
What's in the box?
All right, let's see.
It's just like a ham sandwich.
Okay,
thanks, man.
Item. Oh, we got
my mission sandwich.
Butcher stickers.
Yeah, Butcher stickers. Get yours now. Comic-Con, I guess.
Godzilla, of course.
Oh yeah, I had some Godzilla
sticker.
Oh, nice.
Reviewed. I'm all for it.
Yeah.
Excited for the next 0-1 movie. Godzilla stickers all day.
Yeah. I love that he made an unboxing video for this. It's not long, I promise.
More Sean the Butcher stuff.
We got another mini box of stickers.
And, hey yo, Psycho Ninja, much love, Sean the Butcher.
Oh, it froze.
And Devil Horn. Oh. And look what I got. My guy. Bada bing, bada boom.
Look at that.
The Last Ronin
Ninja Turtles
collection, which is
nice.
Dope. Yeah, I got the first one. It was I got the first comic books. I went and found each individual issue. I think like issue 3 or 4. I don't know. There were some that were really hard to find, and I didn't want to read it until I got every issue. And then another friend of mine went and gave me the trade paperback for the one book, the first book. But I never went back to catch up on the lost years and the re-evolution, which is what this is. I'm going to read it, of course. I'm going to pop it open, read it, then I'm going to stick it somewhere in my collection. This is terrible for the podcast.
Show us the
great
collection.
visuals for the.
Oh my God! Look at
this.
this.
My
channel. Check it out.
His toy room is insane.
Insane.
If you're ever in the Bay Area, Mr. The Butcher, Mr. 33,
Wow.
you have a home away from home, just hit me up.
Look at
Come
those
through.
turtles.
We'll hang out in the Dave Cave.
Of
We'll
course.
read some books. We'll get into some
Look, it's his
classic
whole turtle
literature.
set
We'll
behind
play
him.
with some turtles, superhero shit. Like, we'll do whatever. You guys are more
There's
than
like a
welcome to
million
come
of them.
through. We'll drink a little drink. We'll smoke a couple bones.
Yeah, man.
Outside of the Dave Cave. I don't want my stuff smelling like smoke, but but it's all good, yo. Much love to the Pod Squad.
So cool.
Much love to the Psychopaths. Happy 2026, man.
Yeah.
Nice.
Happy New Year.
That was
He's the best.
awesome. That was
He is the
very
best.
cool. Very cool.
It is my
Very
pleasure to send out cool shit to cool people.
Look at that room, Sean. That room was
I want
incredible.
pictures. So we have to
Oh
we have
my
to have him on the
God.
podcast, and B, I want a tour of that room because it looked like he
Yeah.
had sections and stuff. And I
Yeah,
want to do
so
this
cool.
thing.
So cool.
All right, we got another. Thank you, David. We'll see you soon.
Thank you.
Jason Blankenship says Stephen Graham Jones. Ready? I can't believe you guys got Stephen Graham Jones in the pod. You guys put me onto his work. I have now listened to Killer on the Road. I was a teenage slasher, Buffalo Hunter, all since October 2025.
Nice.
So huge thank you to Stephen and In Madness Pod for getting him on. I'm currently listening to The Lesser Dead by Christopher Bullman because Stephen Graham Jones gives the book a shout out during his acknowledgments at the end of Buffalo Hunter. Very cool.
Nice.
So far, Lesser Dead is great. Sorry to fanboy out and sorry for writing it so often. We love you, Jason. Thank you. Just wanted to say thank you. Kind regards, Jason Blankenship. So sick.
That's awesome.
Stephen Graham
very,
Jones,
very cool.
I'm still like kind of starstruck at how cool that was and how great the book is and how cool he was and how good the interview went. Check out our precursor to The Shining, our interview with author Stephen Graham Jones, who's rock star status author, which is just incredible that we got to have more. We have these Mount Rushmore of authors on the podcast, and I have them all keep coming back.
Absolutely. They're part of the In Madness family, whether they like it or not. They all like it. Good.
Another one, Idrin Ames says The Shining Candle. I don't know what this means. Ready?
Yeah.
Yo, been listening, watching the pod from the beginning. Thank you. Glad you finally made it to The Shining. My fiance and I have a small business candle company. Okay. We base the scents and the label on horror movies. Our newest candle is called Dull Boy, inspired by The Shining, of course, along with the Mudvayne song. Do we add the Mudvayne song to the In Madness Spotify playlist? You know, Capozzi will mark out hard for that.
Oh, yeah, we just made his day. There you go.
We also have candies inspired by The Witch and Midsummer. Interesting. So as a thanks for the podcast, can we send you a couple of things? Do you have a mailing address, P.O. Box? Oh, man, yeah, I'll give him my work address, and he could send me some stuff. Yeah. Idrin. I think it's Idrin. Thank you, Idrin.
Awesome.
So
very cool. And thank you for listening from the beginning or watching from the beginning.
If you send us anything, I'll take pictures of everything and I'll post it up on our socials and we'll post
tag you and
your ad and whatever, so you could sell some stuff. We'd be happy to help. Anybody who's a fan of the same stuff we're doing and doing something cool and weird that's not like just another podcast, you know, it's like I'm doing something cool and fun. I do haircuts inspired by horror movies, promote my haircut shop.
What?
Sure.
Don't give me any ideas, Sean. Don't give me any.
I want the jack and the Shining here. I'll do it right now. This is my jack.
Oh, here it is. Oh, nice. By the way, did you see Nike's going to drop some Travis Scott, Freddy versus Jason sneakers?
Really?
Yes, they look very cool. Very cool.
I prefer some Shining sneakers, to be told.
I would. There have been Shining sneakers. Yeah. But yeah.
We got one more here. VIP, along with Psycho Ninja of the In Madness fam, the Pod Squad, Tom Henderson.
Oh, yeah. Here we go.
Yo, homies, just quick voice note for the next 0.5, not 0.5, Inside Madness, not Inside Madness. Love, Tom. We have a voice note here.
That's awesome. I love it too, because Tom sent a voice note the first time and he wasn't sure. He was worried that it wouldn't be any good, and it was great. And
now look at him.
Yeah, now he's an expert.
Now we got our voice note here. If you would like to send a voice note to the In Madness Pod world and Well, you can read your email or play your voice note on the show, inmadnesspod@gmail.com. This is Thomas Henderson. Let's go.
Ayo, Sean and Vertebrae, what's going on, guys? It's your friend Tom Henderson, Mr. Madness. Just leaving you a voice note. Just wanted to throw a few quick things out at you. Number one, just wanted to say congratulations on 150 episodes.
Yeah, thank you.
150 spectacular episodes,
Damn right.
add.
Yeah,
So many
140.
amazing moments from the Madness catalog. I think Star Wars would probably be my favorite out of the 150 so far. But again, I'm biased towards
opinion.
Star Wars. So Star Wars over New all the time.
Oh,
number
Crow?
two,
The Crow?
Speaking of your 150 episodes, I have been re-listening to the catalog. Back in episode 10, The Mist, you guys both did say that for your 100th episode that you would cover The Thing. So we're about 50.
That was on the old numbering system, though.
Promise from you guys.
That's the old numbering.
So no pressure or anything. But I think the Madness family is a little bit long overdue for you guys and taking on the Thing. And we would love to hear you guys
a year from now.
dissect one of the greatest movies of all time. Whenever you get to The Thing, you're both going to crush it. You crushed Halloween, The Exorcist. You guys have crushed every major movie. The Shining that you've done recently. So really looking forward to when you do get to The Thing. And then number three, the Stephen Graham Jones interview was absolutely amazing.
Insane.
As Vertebrae knows, he's my favorite author. We've talked many times on the socials about his books and his his writing style and things like that. But every pod I've listened to where people have interviewed Stephen Graham Jones, they've only asked him about his writing process. And In Madness was the first time I've heard anybody interview him and just ask him about, him as a person, Stephen Graham Jones, the human. And you guys got him to open up about some really cool stories from his past, asking him about his interests and things like that. Stuff that I've never heard him talk about and really helps me to see him in a completely different light. So I don't mean to be, constantly kissing your ass or anything, but
we love it.
You guys are both really, really good interviewers.
Thank you.
That really does come through in all of the interviews you've done, Langan, Tremblay, all of them. So looking forward to many interviews from you guys in the future. So that's it for me. Just a short one. Just wanted to say congrats. Looking forward to The Thing. Hope you guys are all dug out from Snowmageddon 2.0.
Melting.
I know one of you is probably loving it a lot more than the other.
Loved it.
But stay warm, and hopefully the snow comes to an end soon. Love you guys. See you soon. Bye.
Love you, Tom. Ray texted me 2 days ago, more snow, and I just wanted to respond with "fuck you," but I was nice and just didn't say anything. But I was so
I appreciate
mad about the snow again.
So
thank you, Tom Henderson.
Thank you, Tom Henderson. Couple things from that, Sean. One, I appreciate him sending this in. Two, oh crap, people are going back and listening to the back catalog where you said a bunch of dumb shit, and now we're gonna get called out on it. I will tell you that we mentioned it in episode 10 because 100 seems so far away, seems so far in the future that we were like, man, if we can have a podcast that makes it to 100 episodes.
You did something for 100th episode. I don't remember what it was.
I don't remember what it was. Somebody will tell us. But we just thought in the beginning, there's no way we can even keep this up. There's no way we can keep this pace up. And we couldn't keep the pace up that way. And that's why
everything we've adjusted was for the betterment of our interests.
But the interview stuff I think is great, and I think I appreciate it. I like having normal conversations with the people that are on. Certainly, I want to know about process and creativity and all that. And there's a million other questions we could ask, but kind of as we get going, it ends up going in a different direction, and that's fine because as long as the person is enjoying themselves, I think that's super important. So I appreciate it, and exciting times. The Thing. So there is a Thing expanded, like documentary coming out that they've been promoting like
The
heck.
homie Ham Nalfo just sent. We were talking yesterday. He's like, "Do you know they're doing a thing expanded?" And he sent me the full trailer on my
Yes.
phone.
So I already supported that, like,
That
I
was
don't
the
know,
one you
a
donated.
year or two ago. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think I'm in the credits. I think Vertebrae 33 is in the credits of it already. And I don't know if I got like the Blu-ray version or something. I also did that for Aliens, which we have the whole Blu-ray making of Aliens, which we've got to get to at some point as
Do
well.
you want to see Aliens this Saturday with me and Basil? They're showing it in the theater that shows the old movies.
You guys, have a great time.
Come on, you came to see Alien with us. Come do
Have a great
Aliens.
time.
You're
It's
such
awesome.
a nerd. We're doing that movie.
He's calling me out. He's calling me out in the recording. I love it.
No, just come hang
But
out.
have a fantastic time. Tell Basil I said what's up. Is that it for the voice notes, Sean?
That's it for the emails and the voice notes for today. Yeah. I mean, listen, shout outs to Tom Henderson. Nothing gets me more stoked than when I do an interview and someone goes, that was a really good interview. And it doesn't happen all the time, but like there's little golden moments when it happens with people who I like friggin' idolize, like Guar and Dillinger Escape Plan or whatever. And everyone going like that didn't even feel like an interview, whatever. And I've been doing interviews a long time, and like, which is something I never thought I'd do. I was like, I will never be able to interview somebody. And this was like 20 years ago. I've been doing it a very long time, and I've been studying people. You gotta check out Nardwar. If you don't know Nardwar, he's like the greatest interviewer of all time. And another one who's really good is Destroy. He's a host on like Shade 45. But these dudes, when they do interviews, they don't ask a question. They say something from the person's past that no one else knows about, and just saying that phrase makes the person go off on a 5-minute tangent. And it's a brilliant way of interviewing. And I really when I do a lot of these interviews, there's 20 other people doing interviews, so I watch other people do interviews, and a lot of people, they're just focused on the next question, and they're not listening to the answer they're getting from the question they're asking. And my whole interview style, I have a list, but I adjust as I don't even if I don't even get to the second question. If everything goes off the first question and it takes like a left turn, then I'll turn with the conversation. And then like maybe you may never get to the next part because it just may turn to 20 different things. And as long as it sounds good and it's not I don't know. I love doing interviews, and it makes me stoked to hear. And like Howard Stern, one of the greatest interviewers of all time.
And then, Sean, I make a list of questions. We've not gotten to a bunch of the questions each interview we've done on the list because you kind of feel it naturally. And I'm listening to them, and then I think of something else to say. But, if you've been on listening to this podcast, all the episodes, and now if you're like Tom, where you're going back and listening to old episodes, you're going to call us out on things, which is absolutely incredible. I've mentioned this before, but like I've done like little recording things for you for the radio, and I was terrified.
I'm building Vertebrae into a machine.
I was terrified to just say, hey, you're listening to Slayer's Rain and Blood, and I heard this song, I heard this album when I was whatever, blah, blah, blah. And like one little fun fact, I'd done that more than once. And I hated both of them. I was soaking wet with sweat. I hated the way I sounded. And now we jump on and we're having a natural conversation with somebody. Is there still a little anxiousness when you have that person on? Yes, you want it to go well. You obviously want it to go well. I will say this. We don't get paid for the podcast. So I want it to go well so we can put it out there and have people enjoy it while they listen to it. If it fell apart completely, maybe we wouldn't even have to put it out. But I want the person on to enjoy themselves. And when they're done, as the case with every single author that we've had on, all 4 authors who are big authors have finished the podcast and been like, wow, we're done already. That was great. the last thing you want is them being, oh my God, like I
Can
asked
this end
question.
already?
Yes.
Yeah.
So we left with them wanting more. We could have talked to them more, and we will when they have more things to promote. These 4 authors that have been on are part of this In Madness family. We're going to have other authors on in the future as well. But when they've got things to promote and they want to talk about it, we want them to come on with us and talk about it. So thanks, man. I appreciate that. And Sean, I am so interested on this tease for this movie that you have, because I do not know the next movie.
Yeah, because I honestly forgot to even pick one. I've been so up in a tizzy with everything that has been going on with Las Vegas announcements and all these other things happening. Because of everything going on, I didn't even think of a movie, but I've been talking about this movie for quite a while. I don't know if I've been talking to just you about it or if I've been bringing it up on the podcast. We discussed this. We just did a 2-episode of The Shining, and Vertebrae's pick will most likely be another 2-episode one, but we're not going to get there for a couple weeks. We needed something quick, easy, lighthearted, not so brain numbing like being in an IMAX theater. So my hint is we're sticking with Stephen King. My hint is this is a director we've covered already.
Okay.
Director's father, very famous for being in a very famous movie that we also haven't covered but need to cover. And your mug are my biggest hints.
Wow. Okay.
I just watched this again to make sure that I did indeed love it as much as I did. And upon rewatching it, all I could think was, oh man, Vertebrae is gonna hate this movie.
Oh no. Okay.
But I don't know why because it's got things that remind me of things that you've hated.
Oh boy, here we go.
But
I'll do it.
It's a director.
No canceling. We got no time.
It's a director who you like, and it's an author who we've covered. So I feel like it's not just some jagoff jabroni thing where you're like, no, like this is someone we've covered and someone you like and all that, who did something that I like for this and not something I love. Yeah, so I think it's going to be good. So I don't know if you're going to be able listening to get any of those references, but for that,
if I hate it, Sean, we could go down a whole other path where I change my next movie that I'm picking.
Honestly, if you hate it,
sure I pick something you know.
Even if you hate it and we don't cover the movie, our next episode will be us talking about it.
No,
covering that movie, or if we.
I won't do that to you this time. I promise.
I do think it's a really good movie because it wasn't what I expected it to be going into it.
Okay,
it caught me off guard, and once it caught me off guard, I was like, "Oh, I'm in for this. I'm in for this."
Okay, here we go.
So that's it. That'll be next week, maybe. If not, or maybe it's 2 weeks from now. We could do whatever we want.
No.
It's a new year of In the Madness Pod.
Let's do it. Okay.
Cool.
Sounds good.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. You got everything? You got your bits in for this week?
Yeah, I can't believe we're covering Curious George. That's awesome.
Curious George. Did they do the licensing for a horror movie? They did Winnie the Pooh, the horror movie, and they did Mickey, the horror movie.
I hope not.
Curious. Oh no, Primate. Yo, that's another one I want to see. Everyone's been talking about, but we'll talk about that later. We will see you next week in Madness Monday, brand new episode 153 in Madness Pod.